Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma and Chippewa. You're going to have to take that for a second.
Okay, yes. Welcome to First Local. While Chris gets himself a drink, we're off to a good start.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show. It's weird when I have to say that, but yes. Good morning. I'm Daniel
Good
Pratt
morning.
here with Chris.
All right, I'm back. I'm no longer choking on my first sip of coffee. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us here for Thursday, October 29th, First Local Morning. Just a quick announcement. Today, unfortunately, our head news anchor, Mike McDonald, is sick, so there won't be news all day long, but you'll still have your 5 p.m. news, and we'll also be doing updates as well. It just won't be Mike doing it today. So get better soon, Mike, and then you'll hopefully be back here at the desk tomorrow. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, we've been talking a lot about trick-or-treating, and we've done a couple polls lately. So yesterday I put an Instagram poll up. You can go to our Instagram account, follow us on Instagram, and under stories you'll see polls that will pop up there that we do, and then they run for 24 hours, and then we bring you the results. So yesterday we asked, are your kids going trick-or-treating, yes or no? Drum roll. There we go. Yes, 42% of kids are going trick-or-treating. No, 58% are not sending their kids trick-or-treating. So slightly more on the not going trick-or-treating side than to going trick-or-treating.
Still pretty close, but
Still
I mean,
close.
that's to be expected. Right?
Yeah, I mean, given what's going on, I can see why some parents are hesitant.
Right.
You know, they don't send their kid to school. Why would they let them go door to door? So, okay, another announcement. Doug Ford, today he is going to be in Barrie, Ontario, where I grew up.
Wow, he's getting closer to Northern Ontario.
Yeah, that is Northern Ontario for Queen's Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is Northern Ontario. Other than a little bit further north than Doug Ford's driving to his cottage up in Muskoka.
That's right.
Then that's like the far north.
That's
the far north if you live in Toronto. Okay, so he's going to be there with Vic Fideli, who's Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. So we'll have that for you at 1 p.m. today, live from Barrie, Ontario. So make sure you come back at 1 o'clock for First Local at 1 for Doug Ford's press conference. Okay, yesterday at one of our local schools, there was an incident. An individual with a camera went to St. Basil's Elementary, Catholic Elementary School, and asked to take pictures of the kids. Now, obviously, the doors were locked, so the individual couldn't get in. He buzzed the office and was insisting that he be allowed into the building to take pictures of kids.
Right.
Now, I shouldn't probably have to say this, but that's not allowed. It's pretty obvious, except to this individual. And he became very irate, was yelling at them through the intercom thing and so on. They called the police. By the time the police got there, I guess they told me that they were calling the police, and he ran off. Police got there. Obviously, because of video surveillance and stuff, they have a picture of the guy. Police went to this individual's house. They know who he is already. This isn't the first time. He's, as the police like to say, well known to them. Also known as...
It's like, you've had a lot of interactions.
Frequent flyer.
Yeah.
So the kids missed morning recess because they kept the kids inside just to be on the safe side. But nothing else has happened since then. Police have talked to him and said that he can't go and take pictures at schools of kids because, you're just not allowed to do that.
No. And you know
Surprise.
what another thing you're not supposed to do is steal, obviously, but that continues. Cameron McDonald, you're back in the news again for theft over
another 5,000. Frequent flyer. Yes. Another well-known individual.
Oh, yeah. In the early morning hours of October 27, 2020, officers responded to a call of a break and enter in progress in the 0 to 100 block of Sharon Crescent. Complainant reported a white SUV parked in their driveway and someone attempting to take items. When en route to the area, officers witnessed a white SUV leaving the area. Officers were able to identify the vehicle and determine it had recently been reported stolen. They located the vehicle in the 100 block of Breton Road and a man matching the description from the reported incident on Sharon Crescent. He was arrested. A subsequent search of the area arrest found the accused to be in possession of a key to a stolen vehicle, a lock wrapped in a bandana, a can of bear spray, and approximately 1 gram of substance to believe fentanyl. He will be appearing in court on December 20th, 2020. There's also some other charges on there, but if you want to read the full story, you go into SiouxOnline.com.
Yeah, if you want to read the full rap sheet.
Yeah, there's lots.
Alrighty. Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a regular.
Yeah. You know how to really stack those charges up.
Yes.
Alrighty, moving along. Okay, Monday night at council meeting. We had a story a couple weeks ago. We released the documents on Jamestown's revitalization. We published that and showed how the strip club was not part of that revitalization, even though council said it was, or certain people on council said it was. They voted on the Jamestown revitalization project on Monday night. They also were supposed to debate security on the downtown as well, but after McMeekin got pushed the budget because it wasn't going to pass, Mayor Provenzano left the meeting before they discussed and voted on the Jamestown revitalization, and also the issues with crime in the downtown. They've talked about using video surveillance and stuff like that. He could have maybe, I don't know, we'll never know how he would have voted on Jamestown because he wasn't there.
That's right.
But we reached out to both his communications manager and him to find out why he did leave, because members of the public, when they found out that he left before talking about two areas that crime is a big area in, and that is a very hot topic in the Sioux right now because of the fact that we're rising up the list of most dangerous cities in Canada. We actually have a story coming out on that later today. Maclean's does an annual crime city study every single year, and we popped up 113 spots in the past year.
Wow.
So it would be nice. People are like, it would be nice if the mayor actually participated in things that dealt with crime and not just trying to build ice rinks.
And you know what? And if he had a valid reason to leave, well, then you should state
he could easily, the communications manager could have easily said he had to do the X, but we heard nothing back from the mayor, or his communications team.
Right. So yesterday there was also some heavy police presence downtown. Sault Ste. Marie Police Services had a heavy presence near Albert and Gore Street. Lincoln Laudit, the corporate communications for the police, explained why 2 detectives and 3 patrol units were investigating an address in the 10 block of Blucher Street. It is connected to an ongoing missing persons investigation, said Laudit. At the time of publishing, the individual had not been found. And we had a reader submitted photo of all the vehicles from that area.
Yes. So. Yeah. Moving along. Okay, so as I just mentioned, the McMeekin was supposed to be voted on this past Monday night. We put a story up on Monday afternoon about it, specifically on the financing part of it, because they put in a thing where you can't finance something that's more than 60% bank debt, and they're going to fund McMeekin 100% with bank debt. Obviously, people reached out to the councillors and saying, why would you put in X amount as the max amount for, you can take a bank loan on a project and then change it 2 council meetings later. So after, it was almost a 2-hour presentation and discussion on McMeekin. The first 5 councillors to speak, Regardy, Bruni, Christian, Hilsinger, and Vezo Allen, they were all leaning towards not voting towards building the project. Gardy said, a hard time thinking about spending $30 million on an arena right now. Bruni said, this is an exciting time to have built a twin pad. I don't think it's the right time to have this built. Vezo Allen also spoke, and then after Vezo Allen spoke, Provenzano was clearly frustrated and mentioned that everybody was previously for this project, and then now everybody's all of a sudden worried about the money connected to it. So
that's right. So it got kicked down.
Kicked to budget season, where they can have a greater in-depth look at it. Apparently.
Right. East Algoma OPP they've located a missing hunter. On Saturday, October 24th, 11:15 p.m., the East Algoma detachment of the OPP was notified by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry that a 69-year-old had gone hunting at approximately 10:30 a.m. that morning. The hunter had failed to return to meet up with his son on mile marker 17 road off of Hinkler Road in Mean Township. At 5 p.m., the son observed the 2 MNRF conservation officers in the area who assisted with the search of his father. OPP K9 ERT and the Northeast OPP K9 unit attended the scene and conducted a search of the area throughout the night. And on October 25th at approximately 8:25 a.m., the 69-year-old hunter was located by the ERT members near mile marker road 15 with minor injuries and slightly hypothermic. And the OPP Aviation assisted in that as well. So a good outcome to that one.
Yes.
Obviously mile marker 17 and 15, so they were off. Got off the area a little bit. So.
Yeah. Alrighty. A couple Canadians are suing Facebook on behalf of thousands of Canadians, specifically 622,000 Canadians whose information was shared, we'll call it illegally, by Facebook. And they're suing for $1,000 for each Canadian whose data was shared incorrectly or illegally, depending on whose wording you're using.
Right.
And the reason for this is the social media giant said that they were going to be increasing their security practices to better protect the sensitive information and to comply with federal law in Canada with regards to that, and they did not. That's why there's this class action lawsuit. So you might be getting $1,000 from Facebook, depending on how that class action lawsuit goes, because 622,000 Canadians will be. Alrighty, what's going on with
Awesome. So let's take a look at our camera now outside, brought to you by wirelesscom.ca. Well, it's going to be cold weather coming up. We're going to see some sun today, but get ready for overnight temperatures that are going to feel like December. I'll have those details coming up, as well as your 3-day weather, your forecast, regional temperatures rather, for our region that you're going to see are in the double digits, minus double digits in some areas. So it's going to be cold. Once again, thank you to wirelesscom.ca for the camera. I'll be right back after this break with your weather forecast.
It's been a while since I've seen Joe. We were a couple of pranksters, and Joe was always full of surprises. But today, he's the one in for a surprise.
The thing is, Joe doesn't live here anymore. For people living with dementia, getting lost can happen unexpectedly. Are you ready to help? Help people living with dementia live safely in our communities. Contact your local Alzheimer's Society and visit findingyourwayontario.ca.
Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Yeah. Aiden, get dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
Canada United is a movement to show local businesses some love. Right now, they could use our support more than ever. So we're asking Canadians to buy local and spread the word. And every time you watch our videos or like our posts, we'll contribute 5 cents to small business relief, starting with this video. So keep watching and tell your friends, because buying local can make a big impact. And small actions can too. Canada United. Together we can make a difference.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern Peoples Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road. Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service. King Street, Shannon Road, Goulet Bay, Black Road, Government Road, and even on Pine Shores. Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local on your Thursday morning, October the 29th. Hope everybody is having a great day. Let's say good morning on Facebook because we got quite a few people tuning in this morning. So good morning to Ineki, Vano, Karen, Margaret, Carla, Carolyn, Juliana, and Chris next to me, of course. I said good morning on there. So make sure that if you do have a birthday or anniversary shout out, leave it in there. We will get it on the air for you during the show. Okay, so let's look at our radar. Lots of cloud cover right now in our region. There's a lot of activity, as you can see below. We don't have a whole lot to worry about. We are going to see this clear up throughout the day, and we're going to see sun today. So we don't have much going on. We got high pressure over us. We are going to be very clear tonight, which means we're going to be cold. So let's get into your temperatures here for the region, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. So these are your expected highs for today. You're looking at -1 in Thunder Bay, -3 in Wawa, -5 in Timmins, 3 here in Sioux, and 0s in Elliott Lake and Sudbury. Get ready for those overnight lows. Yes, -11 in Thunder Bay and Wawa, -17 in Timmins. That is a December temperature at the best of times. -9 here in Sault Ste. Marie, -10 in Elliott Lake, and back to -9 in Sudbury. We are well below the normals, which are 0 for this time of year at night. So currently we are sitting at 3 out there. We're expected to see mainly sunny skies today. The winds are gonna get up to 15 kilometers north, and the temperature will fall slowly throughout the afternoon, and we will get down to a low of -9 overnight. The wind chill will be -12 with that, and it's gonna feel like -3 during the day. You're looking at a high of 3 today with that breeze as well. Okay, getting into our 3-day forecast. So Friday, we're looking at mainly sunny as well. 2 degrees is your high, getting down to -3 overnight, and it's going to be clear. Halloween is shaping up to be not too bad for trick-or-treating. 8 degrees is your high. It is going to be increasing cloudiness as we get later into the day. But we will start to see some showers come in on Saturday night. 3 degrees is your overnight low. 70% chance of showers and winds picking up. Now it's looking like they're going to hopefully hold off until late evening, so after trick-or-treating. And do remember that the stupid time change is Saturday night at 2 a.m. into Sunday morning, and yes, I don't like it, so there we go. So remember to change your clocks back, and also change your batteries for the smoke detectors. Sioux Fire Services reminds you to do that as well. Sunday, we're back to a mixed bag of rain and snow, and looking at a high of 4 before we drop down to -2 on Sunday night. So that's what's looking like on your 3-day forecast. Now, we got good news coming up in the 7-day, and if this, hopefully it will continue to stay that way. Temperatures are going way up next week, so we'll have that coming up later on in the show. Chris and I will be back right after this break with more local news. Stay tuned.
Game. What do you got to say to that?
I was arrested. Nobody's here first.
That's a very interesting theory.
Do you agree?
Well, how can I? I'm not here yet.
I don't have any more time for you. I've got to get back to work.
So do I.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back to First Local Morning for Thursday, October the 29th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. It is creeping up on 8:20 a.m. Okay, time for some COVID-19 numbers. Here in Ontario yesterday, we had 834 new cases of COVID-19 and 5 new deaths related to the virus. Now, about 299 of those cases were in Toronto, 186 in Peel, which is like Mississauga, Brampton, 121 in York, which is just north of Toronto, and 76 in Ottawa. There are currently 312 people in the hospital with COVID-19, 71 in the ICU, and 51 on a ventilator, and we did just over 30,000 tests yesterday.
Yes, and Chippewa County numbers. They're reporting an increase, 2 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 15 probable new cases. That brings the total number of confirmed probable cases of active COVID-19 to 160 with 82 recoveries, leaving 78 active cases. And of course, they urge you to continue doing the physical distancing, washing your hands, and wearing a mask when possible. So numbers are slightly increasing over there.
Yes. Now moving on to sports. Make sure you check out SiouxAlign.com for all your Sioux sports. What do we got going on?
Well, we have some very sad news in Sault Ste. Marie here, especially in our hockey world. Angelo Bombacco has passed away at the age of 88. One of the founders of the Sioux Greyhounds OHL franchise. He is a local hockey fixture for more than 60 years, and 88, he lived a good life, and he was very involved in hockey here. So he helped oversee the team's entry into what was called at the time the Ontario Hockey Association. During his long career, Bombacco scouted for the Detroit Red Wings, my favorite team, Chicago Blackhawks, Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Rangers, and the Tampa Bay Lightning, so some pretty high-profile teams. Bombacco is a member of the Sioux Hockey Hall of Fame and a chair of the induction committee, and he will be missed. Yes. So.
Yeah. Speaking of junior hockey, there's currently 3 class action lawsuits over not paying junior hockey players at least the minimum wage. And 3 judges have refused to sign off on this settlement of the 3 claims. And basically, judges in Ontario, Quebec, and Alberta objected to the wording in the settlement because they said it's too broad and it prevents players from actually suing teams for legitimate claims. For example, one of the judges talked about what a legitimate claim would be. So things such as suing for damages related to concussions, sexual assaults, or physical harassment, and other alleged anti-competitive behaviors. So for the time being, junior hockey players in Canada will not be getting paid.
Okay, and we're going to shift to NFL. Atlanta Falcons are 1-6, and they're going to be playing the Carolina Panthers, who are 3-4. That game will go tonight. So
yeah,
there you go.
At least we got something that we might have of live sport results for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Moving along, some exciting news.
Yes.
The NBA is coming back December 22nd. Yes.
Ooh, before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. So big Christmas gift to all you basketball fans out there. Except Raptors fans. You won't be seeing the Raptors playing at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto this season because of the COVID-19 restrictions going back and forth on the border. Kansas City has requested that the Raptors play there. Okay. So the Kansas City mayor, as well as their Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, and also a couple other players off of the Kansas City Chiefs are advocating on social media for the Raptors to play this season in Kansas City. They don't have a basketball team there, and so they think it's a good fit. They don't have a team. They actually have an arena that they can use. So why not? And we'll see what happens there. But the Raptors need to pick a home soon because they're less than 60 days away from playing their first regular season game. Yeah, they're gonna have to deal with that too. But at least that's like next April.
Yeah,
see what happens over the winter, right? So.
Right. Ottawa Senators have busy offseason continued Wednesday with the signing of forward Alex Galchenyuk. The one-year deal is worth US $1.05 million. The 26-year-old Galchenyuk was an unrestricted free agent after splitting last year between Pittsburgh and Minnesota.
And the Sioux High School Blue Devils, the female volleyball team, is the Straits Conference champion this year. They went into the championship game undefeated, and they won. So congratulations to Sioux High Blue Devils female volleyball team for being this year's Straits Conference champion. So at least we got some high school sports going on the American side.
Yes.
And we are going to go to a short break, but we'll be back in just a minute with your 7-day forecast and more local news. Hold tight.
For all those times. Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go. Just go.
For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
morning and welcome back on your Thursday morning just after 8:25, and we're going to thank our sponsors. Thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show. Thank you to Northern Lights Detailing for sponsoring our weather at 632 Great Northern Road, and thanks to wirelesscom.ca for sponsoring our camera. So here's your 7-day outlook. We're looking at a mix of sun and cloud over the next few days, 8 degrees on Halloween, snow returning on Monday, a couple centimeters, high of 2, and then look at this, 12 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday. Yes, if that holds true, break out your shorts. Overnight lows are going to stay below 0 for a couple of nights, and then we're going to retreat back up by 6 degrees by Thursday. Let's look at our Weather Watcher photo. It's coming in here, and it's from Kim at, actually this one is from Kim in Nova Scotia. And so thank you very much for sending these in. This is a fall day over there, and beautiful colors in that shot. So make sure you send in your photos to ontvweather@gmail.com. Include your name and location. They go up on SiouxOnline.com as well as here on the show. So there we go. Yes. Okay, so Porky Sausage. People may know Porky Sausage from the West End. Ken Trapasso and his partner. So Ken, over the years, Ken says that it was a lot of work to keep things going, and adapting to the government regulations over 35 years meant the ability to adapt to change. Now, after 35 years, Ken is ready for retirement. So he's now liquidating his assets and preparation products such as packaging and sausage casings. Ken would like to extend a word of thanks to all his customers that supported him over the years for their patronage. So
well,
thank you, Ken.
Enjoy your retirement.
Enjoy your retirement, yes, that's a staple.
Yeah, Trudeau was speaking to the Canadian public just the other day, and he basically said that the COVID-19 pandemic, I should be able to say that by now, really sucks, and he's acknowledging the frustrations that people have about lockdowns, the fact that they couldn't see all their family at Thanksgiving. Chances are at Christmas it's going to be something very similar. He even mentioned that it's frustrating even to his 6-year-old, who asked him, he said, "Dad, is COVID-19 forever?" And Trudeau's like, well, he's in grade 1, and his class couldn't even sing to him for happy birthday because you're not allowed to sing.
It feels like forever.
It feels like forever. I mean, it must for a 6-year-old.
That must for kids, yes.
Yeah. I mean, Christmas Day still feels like forever for kids right now as they're waiting for Santa to open their gifts.
Oh, yeah. So there is a second drive-through flu shot clinic planned here. The organizations are planning another drive-through clinic for October 31st, which is Halloween, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 765 Queen Street East. Vehicles can enter via the Queen Street entrance to the parking lot for COVID-19 screening and clinic registration. Any patient above 6 months in age is welcome. Parents should come with an adult in the back seat with their child. The clinic will only have regular dose flu vaccines available. They appreciate everyone's patience and ask that they allow vehicles attending other Queen Street businesses to pass through the queue. So there you go, Saturday at 10 to 2 a.m. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And the Ontario government is adding 766 beds at 32 hospitals across the province. This is to help with the backlog of surgeries and treatments, and also help with the fact that more beds are being taken up with COVID-19. So they've invested $116 million in that, and that is in addition to the $2.8 billion they already put in for the COVID-19 preparedness plan into the healthcare system, which was a few months ago that they put that in. So they're adding more capacity right now to try and deal with some of the backlog. Speaking of Doug Ford, we'll be back at 1 p.m. Doug Ford's in Barrie, Ontario today with Vic Fideli, so make sure to come back first local at 1 p.m. Have a fantastic morning.
Take care, everyone.